Hello everyone, welcome to the Star Card Tarot. This is Karen with messages. I got the word realize. Also, you've heard like as if you made it into two words, real eyes. The word heat wave. The song Helena Beats. Heavily, that song by Foster the People. And that got me thinking of the Five of Pentacles. Heavily. I got the verse. I got a little change in my pocket going jingling from Georgia Satellites. You know that country song. I got a little change in my pocket going jingling. Da da da. You know that song, but that verse in particular, and then Roll Out by Luda Chris. So I decided. Do you remember I was talking about the word re? I kept referring to it in messages, and I said, oh yeah, it keeps coming up strongly for the word re. Well, I looked that up a while back, and I was looking at my notes tonight, and I basically looked them up from the dictionary. So the word re, just in itself, is a prefix. So I started there. I said, okay, what is a prefix? So I looked in the dictionary. Prefix means before and to fix. So before you fix something, and that's prefix. So it's prefigere, before and to fix. It said a syllable or syllables fix at the beginning of a word to alter its meaning. So I was like, yeah, bitches. So we're down with the prefix, right? So now that I know that the word re is before a word, and it's meant to put in front of the sound or word or vibration to alter the meaning. Okay, so re is from Latin. Number one, it said back, as to repay. And two was like again or anew, like to reappear. I was looking up the word back then at evolution. It said see evolve. So I'll go look at evolve before I even get to evolution. Evolve from the Latin is out and to roll. Number one, to unfold, develop gradually. Number two is to develop by evolution. So when I saw that, it was like to roll out. I thought about like the red carpet or rolling out, right? Roll out. That's probably why I got lewd. Roll out. That's evolve. So then I went back to evolution because it said see evolve. You always got to look at the root of the word. Evolution, number one, an unfolding process of development. So it doesn't all just happen at once. It's an unfolding, like a flower unfolds, or that carpet, it rolls out. Number two, a thing evolved. So it's talking about a thing. And number three, a movement that is part of a series. So it's talking actually about a verb. It sounds like it could be a thing, like a noun, and it can also be a verb. Number four, for the biological meaning, it said A, the development of a species, organism, etc., from its original state. B, a theory that all species derive from earlier forms. So that was really cool because I was thinking about our timelines, past, present, and future tense. And, as we perceive we're in the now, yes, we're in the current moment, but we're actually I know it's all, what's that word when everything happens all at once? Simultaneous, time is simultaneous, but this light body that we're in is actually the manifestation of a thought that happened before it, right? So, even in our current 3D perception, how we interpret everything around us is actually really already the past tense. So when you go to do your manifesting, understand, yes, those word vibrations, those thought vibrations that you send forward, they're ahead of us, right? So if there's any kind of lag in time, it's because the atoms here, they have to get together and go faster, so that they can become, from infinite possibility into a solid form. They got to be able to bounce off each other faster. It creates density and heaviness. Here was a picture that I drew. I don't know if I can get you guys to see that. Well, maybe from back here. So it was basically, I wonder if I can do that better. You know what I'll do? I'll be smart. Work smarter, not harder, right? I gotta apply that to my own self. Look at that. That's easier. So I was just kind of doing a quick little sketch about the thought process, getting the ideas in from infinite possibility into our mind, and that's actually that first manifestation, right? And that's how we know that it can be carried out through the 3D. If we've had the thought of it, you can bring it forward. So the first diagram was those particles. I drew a person or a figure of a head or whatever, and there's little dots there, and that was talking about, you're sitting there, there's infinite possibility. And then when you get your idea, it's like that infinite possibility has got into clusters, and it's formed a thought, and it's entering into your mind. And then after it's entered to your mind, those ideas, you've processed them, and then you can manifest them out. You can be in alignment with them, or atonement, or at one-ment, or just be on that inspired idea wave. And that is the first manifestation. Yeah, so that was super cool, because I've been looking at the words past, present, and future tense. And that'll be another video. But what's very interesting about the word past, we often think about, our timeline. We think, because in our 3D brain, how we perceive things from our brain, it's very linear. It's like from A to B. We always think about it has to go, in a certain fashion. When I was looking up the actual word about the word past means, it can mean if you're on a timeline, something that was behind you or, long ago. But past also really was meaning something that's gone past you. So to me, even in the word past, it doesn't have any direct correlation to time. It doesn't necessarily mean, so for some reason I feel like, again, this will be a whole other video, when you realize, looking with your real eyes, staying in that current moment, you'll understand, how to take that thought, how to run with it. And then if you get caught in your past, it's actually slowing you down a little bit more than necessary. But at any rate, that song, Helena Beat, really stuck out to me, and it really, the visual of the Five of Pentacles came in. This is what the Five of Pentacles looks like. It's always something like that. And that song really struck out to me. The words, it wasn't because it was so descriptive of the card, it was the feeling of it. And it really reminded me of that Five of Pentacles. And, you know, a lot of times when people hear about the Five of Pentacles or it comes up in a read, you know, they're instantly feeling that, you know, the first response or direct thought of memory, what you can associate the definition to the card is, you know, being left out in the cold, being shut out. I see it more as, you know, where's your perception at? You know how people talk about the glass being half empty or half full, or, you know, when you look at the card, you know, there's generally, in the more traditional following to the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, there are usually a couple characters that are looking pretty rough and they're on one side of the coin. But we're only just looking at that side of the coin. And that's okay too. But we actually really don't know, you know, how are those characters feeling? You know, maybe they just came back from a victory and they're on their way in somewhere. We don't know, right? So again, it always depends how it comes up in the read. So I felt inspired to pull from the decks, the Five of Coins. We'll see what comes out on either side. Woo! Well, there's some action on weekend night. We'll take a look and see if there's any messages for us to notice, and I'll let you hear the song while I'm pulling the cards, if it comes in. Maybe it won't. That's okay too. Oh, there was something here already. I'll put that on pause. The Two of Pentacles in reverse, Four of Cups, Two of Rods, the Strength, and Seven of Cups in reverse. For some of you, there's a message here that you're not messing around with being preoccupied about a certain focus or something that's keeping you kind of off in another direction, something to kind of almost divert your attention. You're getting a lot of offers in, but it's not what you're looking for. You've already put out a manifestation, and you need to be strong about it and not accept something that's going to throw you off, or it's just not tailored to exactly what you're looking for. There's a Seven of Cups reverse. Yeah, being strong about, you don't just have to accept anything that comes your way. I know that by experience that's happened to me one time. I always go down to the beach. That's where I get my best meditating, and I was enjoying, and then all of a sudden a manifestation came, and it just wasn't what I was looking for. It had just about everything I wanted, but it didn't feel right. It was like, well, I don't know, it's not really for me. I don't think this is, you know, I almost was doubting myself just about. But I was like, no, I turned that away, but I didn't beat myself up about it. I walked home, and, you know, I wasn't in fear or in doubt or in lack or any kind of poverty mind. I wasn't concerned or worried that even though what appeared, what could have been everything I've been asking for, it just wasn't what I was looking for, and I discarded it. When I walked home, I actually ended up getting 2 more manifestations, and the exact way I wanted it. So, you know, if something you've called in is just not quite what you're looking for, it's okay to throw it back in, right? And hold out for what you want. The first card is the Ace of Rods. There's a Five of Pentacles in reverse and a Four of Pentacles. Yeah, this was almost what I was just speaking about. You know, like everything's a matter of perception. If you're feeling confident and good about something, taking off and having growth and productivity and life and, you know, whatever it is for you as an individual, don't worry if somebody thinks that you're in lack when you're not. You know when you are. And I feel like the Four of Pentacles right now is really talking about really hold on to your winning idea. This image here, this character has this, all the pentacles here, and there's this one, it's almost like it's coming out of their mind. Remember, like, realize, use your real eyes. Don't think about things in the 3D physical form. This is the past tense. The thought is the first tense, right? So really keep your eye on the prize, because you've got something on the go. Doesn't matter how somebody else perceives you. And I'll see if I can see if this, oh, this deck has stuff to say already. There's a Nine of Rods or Nine of Wands in reverse. It's like taking down boundaries and taking down walls, but they were perceived ideas that you were defending or defending against, perhaps. They weren't even real danger or real issues or situations. It was just a perception. But now you're taking those walls down. Right on. Oh, and one more. The King of Wands. Wow, everything's about the wands. That's good. We were just seeing the King of Wands in the reading the other day. It was in reverse. This is upright. This is good. This is standing firm in your ideas, standing firm in your miracles. That is the first manifestation. When you can get infinite possibility and bring it into your mind, you've got the desire, you've got the idea, you've got the inception. This is why this king, he doesn't have like a sword or a shield. He has his magic wand. That is sweet. Right on. I love this reading. I meant for it to go another direction, but that's okay. We'll just check to see if this deck has anything here for us. Let's see if I can find... Five of Pentacles in this deck. There it is right there. So this is showing an Ace of Coins, Five of Coins in reverse, and the Chariot. So you've got an idea that's got some basis to it. It's not just a fleeting thought. It's something that it's taken root. It's in a very new stage. But this is, Ace of Coins is amazing. That's the start of a manifestation. Again, that's getting that thought from infinite possibility into thought form so that you can use your emotions to send out the vibrations, use your swords to take the actions, and then the coins is when you're seeing the manifestation. So there's an opportunity of manifestation. Your Five of Coins is in reversed. This is quite nice too because, you know, it's only a matter of perception what side of the coin you're looking on. It's a matter of perception if you're looking out the window or you're looking in the window, you know, like it's all a matter of perception. So when you go looking at a situation, even from yesterday, say, to the now, you may have changed. You may have gotten enlightened on, you know, some kind of level. When that happens, you don't go back. You know what I mean? Like, there's something good started, and it's lifting your spirit. It's really, you're seeing it form. And there's the Chariot, which is, you know, really an excellent follow-up to that, because it's meaning, you know, you know where you're going, you know exactly what you're needing to do, and you're moving at the speed you need to get in there as quick as possible, with the quickness, with a lot of speed. And in order to be able to keep that Chariot moving, you have to be in union. There's no duality. So, you know, I feel like this spread is saying, you know, you're learning not to judge others. You're focused in, and you're doing your own miracles. And it's becoming quicker and quicker. So that's sick. Love it. I love it. And then I will, I was going to use these cards, and we'll just see if there's any images that come up. I know I did a reading a bit ago for the modalities, and I showed some images. I used this little guy. I don't know if I can see it good. There. It's kind of like a little chick bookmark thingy. Anyhow, it's to see things fresh. So I'm gonna shuffle the cards and show some images, so maybe you'll see something with fresh eyes, and this might help you with, I don't know, subconscious stuff. So cool. And there you go. I hope you enjoyed.